Hi there, and welcome to this class, TOGAF 9.1 Certification Exam Part 2. I'm the instructor, Scott Duffy. In this class, we're going to go over what it takes to pass certification exam for Part 2. We'll go through the TOGAF specification and explain those parts that you need to know. Before we get into that, I want to tell you a little bit about myself if you don't already know. My name is Scott Duffy, and I've got more than 20 years experience in software development. I've got more than 10 years working as an architect, and I'm TOGAF 9.1 certified. I'm a member of the Open Group's Architecture Forum, and I also hold a commercial license for TOGAF, and I'm licensed to teach this course. The TOGAF standard, which I hope you know, is run by a consortium called the Open Group, and it's abbreviation for the Open Group Architecture Framework. You can find all of the documents on their website. It's opengroup.org. The Open Group is a collection of over 400 companies, universities, and governments that came together to create and work on this standard. Now, the TOGAF standard itself has a long history before that, starting with the U.S. Department of Defense over 30 years ago, and has since been turned over to the standards body called Open Group and has been worked on and developed to where it is today. The main thing that you need to have right off the bat is a copy of the TOGAF specification. It is very important that you get a copy of this and be familiar with it. The exam primarily tests your knowledge of the specification, and I can't imagine passing this test without many hours of intimate knowledge of that document. The goal of this course is for you to take and pass the TOGAF exam for Part 2. In this class, I'm going to be focusing on what's important for that exam and not necessarily what you need to implement TOGAF within your enterprise. As you know, they don't always match. What it takes to pass. First of all, you've got this course and the supplemental materials that come with it. Now, I'm sometimes asked if this course is the only thing that you need to purchase to pass the test, and the answer is 100% yes. You're obviously going to need the specification. When it comes to the Part 2 exam, it happens to be an open book exam, but this open book exam is based off the PDF of the specification, and you'd better be familiar with that PDF. How to search it, all of the sections, how it's organized, things like that. Also, there's going to be some work on your part. Unfortunately, I'm not able to deliver you a course that you can just sit back and watch and then go take the exam the next day. You're going to actually have to take away some homework and do some studying. Note taking. I'm a firm believer that only you realize what you need to write down and what you don't. So if you're unclear about something within the TOGAF specification, you can make notes about that. If there's things that are completely clear to you, then obviously you can skip over that. Memorization. With any certification, you need to have a good memory. Now, luckily for this exam, it's open book exam, like I said, so you don't need to have an amazing memory, as you can always look something up during the test. But you have to be able to look at a question and already understand what it is that they're asking so that you'll know where to go to look it up. Finally, practice. This Part 2 exam has a unique question structure, which we'll talk about in the next lecture. But it's very important that you practice with these types of questions so that you're not stuck on the day of the test looking at something that you've never seen before. Coming up in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about what you need to know about the exam itself. So come back for that.